Okay, so now we have installation, and for installation I have a couple of videos that we're going to watch, and so we'll just go ahead and watch those now. Okay, so those were some pretty good videos to show you how to install a brick wall. Now we're going to move on to the maintenance. Okay, so bricks are really easy to maintain. That's one of the advantages to installing brick. And then it can be inside your house or outside your house. So if it's inside your house, you can just dust it with a cloth or a vacuum. And if it's outside, you can wash it off with a hose. Like, it's no big deal. It's really easy to maintain. And then if it's been sealed, it's a lot easier to keep it clean. Okay, so moving on. Pricing. Okay, so for pricing, it really all depends on where the bricks come from. If they come from the area, they're going to be cheaper. But if they have to be transported, they're going to be more expensive. That just makes sense. Now, bricks generally are anywhere from a couple cents to a few dollars, depending on what kind of bricks that you choose. And so if you were to purchase a pallet of bricks, it'd be around $500 or so. And that's a lot of bricks in one pallet, and you can get pallets in different sizes. Okay, major suppliers. So I put a lot on here, and I just put it as a resource for you guys when you have to build something out of brick and you need to know where you can go to get good bricks. You can turn to here, and you can just go ahead and look at all of them. On the report, I have more information about each one of them. And so, yeah, you can just go through and look through them when you need to. Okay, differences in quality. Okay, so there are 3 different classes for bricks, and so it's first, second, and third. And the first class is made of good earth, which is free from saline deposits and are sand molded, and then burnt thoroughly burnt thoroughly without being vitrified, and have deep red cherry or copper color, which means that they have lots of iron in them. That's what gives them that color. And so anyways, regular and uniform in shape and size, with sharp and square edges and parallel faces, must be homogeneous in texture and emit a clear ringing sound on being struck together. Free from flaws, cracks, chops, stones, and lime. Should not absorb water more than 20% of its own dry weight after 24 hours. Immersion in cold water. Have a minimum crushing strength of 105 kilograms per square centimeter when tested according to the test. And then they should not show appreciable sign of efflorescence, either in dry state or subsequent in soaking water. Okay, second. Well burnt or slightly overburnt give a clear ringing sound when struck. Slight irregularities in size, shape, and color. Might have slight chips, flaws, or surface cracks, but must be free from lime or canker. The minimum crushing strength of second-class brick should be 70. The specs, and then there's the third class, and third class are slightly underburnt or overburnt. They are not uniform in shape, size, and edges. They shall not absorb water more than 25% of their own dry weight after 24 hours immersion in cold water. Okay, now we're going to move on to the varieties of products. And I don't have a title apparently for this one, but that's what it is. We're moving on to varieties of products. Okay, so there are many different varieties of bricks depending on the role in the construction process. And there's 3 ways that bricks can be shaped. So there's a solid, and they're flat on all sides, and they make a perfect rectangle. There's frogged, and these have an indented, smaller rectangular on the top. Frog brick should always be laid with the frog at the top so that the load is spread equally across the width of the brick, not just across the edges. As you can see in the image, the top corner is chipped away a little bit, and then perforated. And a perforated brick has holes through from top to the bottom. Okay, we're moving right along, you guys. We are now on to environmental sustainability and LEED. Okay, so there are some environmental concerns about how bricks are manufactured because they can emit carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and ash, which are harmful for people to breathe in large amounts. And then they also use natural materials from the earth, you know, the clay and the sand and sticks and all those things to be formed. So there are many companies working to create more environmentally friendly brick, such as CalStar. And so now we're going to just watch a quick little clip about CalStar. Okay, so that was just, you know, a pretty great movie clip to watch. And we're going to talk about the fire codes real quick. Because I forgot to put that in there. Okay, so fire codes for brick. It's a class 1, and it's really fire resistant. It's heated at, like the lady said, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 days, which is a lot of heat for a long period of time. And so it can withstand a little fire, like in comparison. Okay, so in conclusion, bricks are a durable material, and they can withstand the ages. Brick is a great material to build with because it is so easy to maintain, and it can be used in many different areas, such as walls, pillars, walkways, driveways, fireplaces, and so many others. Well, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening to my presentation on brick and masonry. I hope it was helpful to you, and it'll help you study, and you'll all get really good grades. Thanks.